Welcome to part 13 of Linux 0 to Expert. Two names that intimidate every beginner, sed and awk. Here's the secret. You don't need to master them, because 6 patterns cover 95% of real-world use, and I'll hand you all 6 today. Sed is find and replace at machine speed. Change a config value across 1,000 files in 1 second. Awk is column surgery. Pull, filter, and total any column of any data. Both snap straight into the pipelines you built in part 12. 7 minutes, 6 patterns, lifetime of use. Let's go. Sed, the stream editor, and 1 pattern is 90% of its real use. S/find/replace/. Substitute staging with production. By default, sed prints the transformed text and leaves the file alone. That's your free dry run. Add G for global. Otherwise, only the first match on each line changes. A classic gotcha. When you're happy, -I applies the edit to the file in place, and writing -i.bach keeps a backup copy automatically. Professional paranoia at 0 cost. The workflow to internalize. Run without -i, eyeball the result, then commit. Find and replace across any number of files, at machine speed, safely. A little more sed muscle. /pattern/d deletes matching lines. Strip the comments and blank lines from a config, and suddenly you see what it actually says. I use that weekly. -n with arrange and p prints exact line numbers, useful inside scripts. And now watch the series compound. With part 4's wildcards, 1 sed command updates a version number across every YAML file in a folder. With part 3's find and its exec option, the same edit sweeps an entire project tree, every markdown file, 1 line. That moment, when the tools you learned separately start multiplying each other. That's the whole design of Linux, and of this series. Awk's superpower in 1 sentence. It splits every line into columns and hands them to you as $1, $2, $3. PS/AUX pipe awk print $2, just the PIDs. DF pipe awk, just the use percentage and mount point. It works on any command's output and any text file. 4 CSVs. -F sets the separator to a comma, and $3 is the third field. And $NF means the last column, however many there are. Perfect for log formats that vary. You met awk in part 12's log detective. Now you know exactly what it was doing. Column extraction from anything. That's why awk appears in every ops one-liner ever written. The 6th and final pattern makes awk a query language. Condition, then action embraces. PS/AUX pipe awk, $3 greater than 50. Only processes eating more than half a CPU. It's a where clause for text. The +0 trick forces text like 82% to compare as a number, sneaky and constantly useful for DF. Then math. Sum plus equals builds a total row by row, and the Yandy block prints once at the finish, total revenue from a CSV column, 1 line. NR counts rows, so sum divided by NR is an average. Instant statistics on gigabytes of text, no spreadsheet, no Python. 6 patterns down, you now speak sed and awk. Part 13 done. Sed and awk hold no fear now. 6 patterns, substitute with a dry run, line surgery, multi-file sweeps, column extraction, conditions, and totals. Homework. Take df-h and print only file systems over 50% full. 1 awk line. You have everything you need. And now the series reaches its summit. Part 14, Shell Scripting. Taking everything from parts 1 through 13 and saving it as programs that work while you sleep. Variables, arguments, ifs, and your first genuinely useful script. This is what it was all building toward. See you there.